Motivated for so long.
Okay, so single leg roll.
Have fun.
Bye. So for the skills for this one, I also wanted to teach the sword stand, which is another entrance.
Okay.
So before we get sword stand, it is a lot of external rotation to get into it. So I feel like we should include in our warm-up, or maybe in our break between skills, pigeon or attitude. So in the sole of your foot,
These are all pretty high.
yeah, good. And then leaning forward so you get that stretch in that outer hip. And also so you just kind of like understand the feeling of it, right? Maybe you lean forward a little bit, but your foot is in your hip and your foot is in this position when you do sword stand. So sword stand is actually really hard for me because I really struggle with external rotation in my hips. So you can do some movement here first. Maybe you practice going in and out to warm up the hips. And then maybe you have them lean forward and stretch for 15 to 30 seconds. Because if this is tight, sword stand is going to be more challenging. And then you can have them practice a swing switch because it's fun. Whee! And because it's fun is a very valid reason. And then with this foot, again, practice that internal, external rotation. Like, can you see how much easier internal rotation is for me than external rotation? In part because of my hip shape. I've done the tests. My hips are anteversion, retroverted. I forget which one is which. But my hips really do face more out or make external rotation harder for me. Okay, and then again, we would hold for 15 to 30 seconds. And then we want to get into cross. So might as well have fun with it, right? Put that foot in front, get into your trapeze. From trapeze, get into cross. And then we can invert. Whee! Good. Okay, now you might want to come up to watch me. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of get into this like waterfall-like position. And then you're going to put your foot on the opposite post. And it should be kind of knife edge of your foot on the post here. Okay? And then you're going to kind of pull yourself up, press down into the hammock, and perch this way.
Okay.
They do it all pretty, like crossing this foot over the other, but mine doesn't do that.
Okay.
Oh, but I forgot to show you the next step. That's okay. Get here. I'll hold. But you want the hammock to be inside your knee, not outside your knee. So that left pull should be inside of your knee, not outside of your knee.
Oh, I forgot the waterfall thing. It just went straight for the...
Yep. Yep, that's right. Now when you pull up, that hammock should be inside your knee. That's the one.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the cross and put this hand on that top pole.
Okay.
And then you're going to let it slide down your foot.
Okay.
Grab both poles again. Bring your knee inside. Let's do that.
Ah. That's called sword stand?
Huh? Yeah,
Okay.
sword stand. And that one is in the book. Let's go ahead and lower ourselves down and practice on the other side. Feel free to watch if you want to watch. Although I will say this is my hip that has not as good external rotation.
Okay.
But one thing, this stand is excellent for building momentum on a spinner.
Oh.
I practiced this on a spinner before. It will spin you around. Like, do you notice how much I spun around?
Yeah.
Not trying to spin and not on a spinner?
Yeah.
So again, that twisty makes it, oh, again, this hip, not so great. That's so tough. Okay, so I will say part of what happened there is I tried to go upside down in the hammock on my hips for comfort instead of my waist.
Okay.
It does have to be on the waist.
Okay.
I've practiced both ways. It does have to be on the waist. Then try to bring that in. I'm gonna try and stand up, bring that foot underneath.
Okay.
Okay, good. Then I'm gonna take off my cross, hold on here. ripple up.
Okay.
Or stand up. You don't have to ripple. Rippling is harder, but prettier. Let's see how much I spun. Even just on. Yep, good. Pull yourself up. Yeah, there you go. Made it look easy.
Yeah.
Then both hands. Yeah, and then stand up. Knee inside. Yeah, there you go. Oops. Yeah, rippling up is harder. You might need to practice the ripple up if you want them to
Do it.
ripple
Yeah.
on the up. Otherwise, just have them stand
Okay.
if they're practicing. Because ripple is really just for dramatic effect. Not required.
I'm feeling pretty stiff today.
Huh?
I'm feeling pretty stiff today.
Yeah. I
It was
imagine
a lot. It was
so.
a big weekend.
Okay, but sword stand. So,
That's kind of fun. Fun to have an arsenal.
I'm trying to see if there's any notes that I wanted just to kind of show you. This is how they do it when they cross over. My leg won't do that.
Oh, I see. They cross it.
To make it look prettier.
Okay.
But I can't get my other leg on top.
Okay.
I don't have the mobility for that.
Okay.
Kristen?
She left.
She's supposed to answer that. But she got it. Cool. Yeah. Oh, and then socks make it harder. But bare feet make it more likely to get foot burn. Yeah, like that. My hips don't do that.
Okay. You can only do what your hips can do.
Yep, and then yeah, good job re-grabbing this time. Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Right again. See how much spin that creates.
Yeah.
So if you were maybe upside down in a wide leg straddle and you don't want to touch the floor but you want to get spinning again, instead of just standing up a normal way, try a sword stand, and that would get you spinning.
I was just thinking this Sunday might be the first time getting multiple people on the spinner.
Yeah. I was late to buy the spinner for this one, but I have it now. I just have to wait for Lucas to help me.
Cool.
We will get one for the instructor.
Fun.
Okay, so that was sword stand. So the reason why I pair this with candy cane is I feel like it'd be a really cool flow to do a sword stand and stand up and then go right into a candy cane.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's what candy cane looks like. I'll start facing away. So we're just gonna stand up in the hammock. We're gonna get into tree pose. And then we're gonna put both hands on that pillar in front of us. And it's just like all of our leg roll-ups, right? So that single leg roll-up with an open fabric, aka seahorse.
Okay.
We're just gonna lean back, bring our knee through, and there we go.
And there we are.
Voila. But keep watching.
Okay.
So where it gets tricky is if you do more than one wrap.
Okay.
So if you do just one wrap, it stays pretty low.
Okay.
But that second one is gonna want to wrap up high. And so you're gonna want to kick it down low.
Okay.
So it's gonna look like the same maneuver, but see how it wants to go on my knee?
Yeah.
We don't want that. So we have to boop
Okay.
and then go through. And that's where most people get stuck.
Okay.
And then you can have that boop. And the kids will do a million rolls, but it's uncomfortable and I don't want to do a million.
Yeah.
My favorite part about this is actually getting out of it. Straighten your leg, loop through one, loop through two.
Oh, yeah.
And wouldn't that look so pretty on that spinner?
That did? Yeah, yeah. You made it look pretty right there. That nice straight fan kick. Okay, so I remember what you did.
Yeah, fan kicks could be a good warm-up drill for this.
So, start standing.
Yep, start standing.
I'm going to go ahead and just stand. That'll connect. Tree. And?
The tree goes the other way. Put behind the hammock first. Yep.
Okay. And then hands on one side. Turn body towards it.
Lean back.
And back.
Yep. Good.
One side.
That's one. And push it down. See how your foot got stuck?
Yep.
So lean back again. Yep. But now you gotta kick this when you're on your back. Yeah, there you go. Yep,
Okay.
keep going. There you go. Yep.
Okay. Oh,
So-
yeah, I can see where that gets uncomfortable real quick.
Yeah, which is why you want to. We don't want to put it necessarily strain on the knee, right? So
Right.
you want to kick it down below the knee.
Oh, okay.
And then what you did that first time happens a lot too. That foot gets stuck.
Okay.
So again, to back. So people can get stuck here.
Okay.
See how I got my foot
Oh,
stuck?
yep, yep.
They try to go again and they're like,
Okay. Yeah.
So that's where most people literally get stuck. So you have to remind them, take their foot out.
Okay.
And actually, for that second one, actually have them pause on their back.
Okay.
Push it down.
Okay.
Whee!
Unwind.
Yeah, opposite direction. For as many times as you went up. Whee!
Fun.
Yeah.
Do this side.
Back and forward. Yep.
Pause on the
Pause on the back
Yeah.
and kick it. Yep. And then go all the way through. Yep.
Okay. And get foot free.
Yep.
And just grip foot.
1 and 2. Yay!
Oh yeah, that would be cute to connect to the sword stand.
Huh?
That would be cute as a connected
Yeah.
flow.
Yeah, to do sword stand, single leg. Well, let's try it.
Okay. Do you have Roxy? I've left my water bottle accidentally in the car.
What does it look like?
I mean my water bottle's in my car. May I get some water?
Yeah. Go ahead.
By the way, just sort of tea thing
That one is water.
This is water.
Yeah.
I believe I never
Room
realized.
temperature water. Hot water. But yeah, filtered water. That's what we fill the kettle with.
All this time I never realized that was water.
What did you think it was? Maybe I should put a water center on it. Your reviews, other people will probably
I have no idea.
Okay. Let's try sword stand to candy cane.
Okay.
Let's do right pick because it's my good one. Okay, so just from going into our straddle, then kind of come up into that waterfall. Knife edge of the right foot comes onto that left hammock. I really like to think of pulling it down. That helps me. And then I come up, perch. Good. Okay, then I'm going to take off my cross and then re-grip. Put my knee inside and stand. Now I'm going to put my left leg in front of the hammock. Other way, so they have to go behind and then connect. Good. And then both hands onto that bent knee side. Lean back once, don't tap your foot. Pause. Lean back a half time so you can push that hammock down. And then we'll finish that rotation. Cute. Yay! Hey! And then we come out for 2. 1, 2, and then re-grab the hammock and maybe bring that leg forward and come perch to a seated position. Yeah, you got your legs for prettiness. Give your grip a break.
Hey, how tired I am. It's unreal. Friday? Jeez.
Woo! Yeah, teacher trainings are like that. When I did the aerial dance training, it was 4 days in a row.
Oh my gosh, Roxy.
Like 6 hours and a
I'm
half,
betting she
an
never
hour.
talked for 3 hours either, probably.
On day 1 only.
Okay.
On day 1, it was a
Yeah.
lot of talking. Whew. Whew. Okay. So, just to show you, this is what we just learned. This little bit. Now there's this bonus back balance. I like to give bonuses because you never know who you're going to show up in your class and how quickly you're going to get through things.
Yeah, good idea.
Right, but this is her candy cane. 1, 2, and then she does kind of like an inside out one.
Oh.
And then just balances on it. So,
Did she go the opposite direction that time?
yeah, do you remember seahorse or single leg roll up in open fabric?
Yes.
Do you remember how there was a reverse seahorse?
Yes.
Basically, that's what she did.
Okay.
She did 2 single leg roll ups
Yeah.
and then a reverse single leg roll up.
Okay.
So,
Watch one more time.
I'm just gonna get to that part.
Okay.
Okay, because this is where she's done
Candy
her
cane.
2.
Yeah.
And then look how she goes, instead of over the hammock, under the hammock. And pulls it up into her armpits.
Yeah.
And then she kind of sits on it and balances.
Okay. But her body is rotating the same direction.
Her body's rotating the same direction. Her leg just went under instead of over.
Got it. Okay.
She just threaded that leg through.
Okay.
Kind of like a manta ray position.
Okay.
So candy cane, another half rotation, so you can slide your leg through, and then pulling it up into your armpits.
Okay. And it's
Onto your
back.
And that's how you can do a back balance.
Okay.
And so they don't talk about back balances in here, I don't think. Well, yeah, they do a little bit. This is a back balance from a thigh wrap.
Yeah.
They had a tiny little image of things you can do from thigh wrap, and back balances on it.
Huh.
But you can do back balances from a variety of different wraps.
Okay.
But like that's a back balance. Wanna try it?
Sure.
Ooh. I feel ya. I'm sore too. From kettlebells, but still.
Every week, I'm sure.
Okay,
You're doing teacher training there?
Huh?
Did you say you were doing teacher training there?
The kettlebell teacher training, it just ended.
Oh, how was it?
Good.
Good. You had a good crew?
Yeah. There's 8 of them. That was a good size.
Wow.
Good. Okay, so let's put both hands here. Lean. Oops. I went the wrong direction. Ugh. There we go. One. Then one more. And I'm all twisted, so I'm gonna wait. So I'm twisted. Okay. Oh, I can already tell this is gonna be uncomfortable. All right. So we're gonna lean back again. But this time I'm gonna bring my leg through the middle, pull my up into my armpit. Woo! Ah, and then it hurts.
I didn't get there.
Whee!
Back. Good job, Roxy.
Okay, I'll come out and then I'll help.
Okay.
Okay, so to get out, I'm gonna have to come around, around again.
I'm just starting to get this down.
Whew. Okay.
Oh.
Emergency exit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So.
Okay. That's a tree.
Yep. Here. Lean back. That's one.
And when I get through half of a second time, I'm gonna
Push it down. Yep.
And then finish my roll.
Good. And then pause there. Make sure your foot's not trapped because it's currently trapped.
And I somehow ended up with
Good.
it only despite pushing down.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Okay, that's way better than I ended up last time.
Good.
So now I'm leaning back again. This time the knee goes under.
Exactly.
Okay.
And pull it up into your armpit. Keep pulling, but that's it. Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
That's it.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
And then you could reach this for this foot with that opposite hand if you wanted to. Ooh. Yeah.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, my cat felt that way too. Now, I think in an ideal world, this third wrap would have been on your thigh.
Oh, okay.
Mine was, I think, on my thigh.
Then to get out
I
of
don't
it.
remember, but check my video. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, what's hers? Yeah, her third wrap is above the knee.
Okay. It's probably more
Yeah.
comfortable. Spreads it out a little bit.
Yeah, so the candy cane below the knee, but that third wrap was above the knee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And so that's the bonus pose, because we're going to do single leg roll up first
Okay.
with some options there, and then we'll get into that.
Okay.
This is the flow we already just did.
Okay.
Sword stand, candy cane, perch, trapeze, cross, inverted straddle, repeat other side. We did, that's the one you just did. Okay. Just seeing if you had any questions. Okay.
Yeah.
So, since we went through that, I'm going to go ahead and just push.